Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Lucky and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Lucky's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands, the correction and the motivations that we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give correction, and the only correction that we give here at school is a little tug and release on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Lucky's going to come home with his very own training collar, and you're going to be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session. Now, Lucky's sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done, and because it is very, very warm and humid today, we're trying as much as possible to keep him in the shade, but he is sitting very nicely at Rich's left. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash, and the command is Lucky heel. Now at this point, Lucky has a job to do, and that is to stay even with your left leg. Not forging ahead or lagging behind, but staying nicely neutral with your left leg. And when you stop, he's been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. So this can be used in a jog as well. If you're a jogger, fast walker, he can still heel, and that's still the command that you use. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the sit-stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and it is a one-word command. The long sit-stay when you're practicing at home is for 1 minute, working all the way up to 3 minutes. And this helps him to develop self-control and maturity. When Rich returns back to him, he walks all the way around him, returning all the way back to right where they started. Everything starts and stops at that heel position. And when you get back to his shoulders, he expects you to give him another command. He's heeling very nicely, staying focused. When Rich stops, he sits. Rich is going to leave him in a stay. Rich is going to make him do the command the way it was taught. Now this time, instead of returning back to him, Rich is going to demonstrate the come on command. Use his name, you use a happy voice, and he should come right in front and sit facing your knees, and then he returns back to heel and back sitting. He loves praise, but I would be careful with that at home, because as you can see, he can easily lose focus. So when you start working with him, keep your praise very much to the minimum and save it for the end. We know Lucky, we can get him back under control, but for an owner, he's going to be looking for a way to get over on you, so I don't want you to think that you have to praise him as much as we are. And again, Rich demonstrates the come on command again. He comes right in front and sits, and that's helping to eliminate his jumping. And if you notice, like when Rich says good or good boy, he's not overly enthusiastic. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the down from a heel position. So with the dog seated at your left, you use your left open palm straight down toward the ground and the one-word command to down. And then stay. If you're going to walk away, you have to tell him each step of the way what's expected. Now this time Rich will return back to him exactly as he did on the sit-stay, and Lucky stays lying down until he gets his next command. And Rich heels him out of that. His heeling is really very good, so I think that you will have no problem upping this to a jog.
Down.
Gives him another down and stay. See, and these stationary exercises are developing self-control and maturity. He does have a little edge to his temperament. So like we discussed when you dropped him off, immediate neutering is recommended. Rich can call him out of this down. And then he goes back to heel position and back seated. And he does take advantage of women, so mommy, make sure you do a lot of training with him. Now the very last exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is your down from a distance.
Stay.
Rich is going to leave him in a sit stay, and he turns to face him at the end of his leash. He's going to use his right hand to give the command.
Down.
And he puts him into a down from a distance. That was excellent. Now we have demonstrated for you all of Lucky's formal on-leash obedience commands. You have a beautiful foundation for being able to go as far as you want with training with him. He has done a great job. Please make sure that you keep that temperament in check. Don't let him get away with the murder. And you can see that he loves us. Even though we've enforced the rules, he loves us. So, and we love him. And thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company. We will see you soon.